The challenge tower is made up of 30 floors of complete chaos. A lot of people struggle getting all the way to the top, especially on the hardest difficulty, and what artifacts you choose can make all of the difference. That is why in this video, I will be going over the top 5 best artifacts that will help you complete all 30 floors of the challenge tower. That's enough for the intro, now on to the video. Starting us off at number 5, we have the Firework Arrow. The Firework Arrow is a solid choice for an artifact in the tower if you happen to have an open artifact slot. The Firework Arrow gives one Firework Arrow that explodes on impact. It has a base 30-second cooldown. This pairs well with a multi-shot bow since every arrow you shoot will be its own Firework Arrow. This artifact is perfect to use against packs of mobs and bosses, which makes it great for practically any situation. The long 30-second cooldown is one of its only drawbacks, but having some enchantments to reduce this cooldown will help. Like I said, this is a great artifact to choose early in the tower, but you will want to replace it with something better once you start getting access to some of the other artifacts later on this list. Taking the number 4 slot is the Gong of Weakening. The Gong of Weakening is an all-around great artifact to use in and outside of the tower. The Gong of Weakening reduces the damage and health of the unlucky mobs that are around you when it goes off. You get the biggest bang for your buck with this artifact when you use it against bosses and mini-bosses, which the tower is full of. If you are ever in a situation where you keep dying to a certain boss or mini-boss, like how I used to die all the time to the Enderman on floor 22 of this latest tower, try using the Gong of Weakening. It might just help you squeeze by a tough floor. The drawback is that it really isn't useful to use against the majority of the mobs you come across, because most of the mobs are already really easy to deal with. This artifact only shines in niche situations, which is why it is only number 4 on the list. At number 3, we have the Enchanter's Tome. Now, in all honesty, I have never used this artifact before the tower. It wasn't until I was practically forced to use it until I actually gave it a try. The Enchanter's Tome applies one of the 3 following buffs at random: double damage, fast attack, or quickness. That means when you use this thing, your allies will be absolutely abolishing everything they touch for a few seconds. This artifact truly shines when paired with some of the other artifacts, which I will discuss later in this video, but once multiplayer comes to the tower, it will be useful all of the time. The only drawback is that you have to stand close to your allies when you use this thing, or the enchantments don't work. Coming in at number 2 on this list is none other than the Love Medallion. Guys, I have always loved this artifact ever since I started playing dungeons. It is such a useful artifact in practically any situation, and it's such a great artifact to use in the tower, where you need all of the help you can get. The Love Medallion turns up to 3 mobs near you into allies for 10 seconds, then kills them. Mobs that have been charmed by this artifact also gain a damage boost when turning on other mobs. The damage of the mobs increased is directly proportional to the item's power level. Not every mob is affected by the Love Medallion, but there are more than you might think. Of course, it doesn't work on bosses or mini-bosses, but my favorite mobs to use it on are the guards. The guards are literally the bane of my existence in the tower. I can't tell you how many times I have died from them. Not only does it act as an insta-kill, it turns them onto your side and they can start wrecking all of the other mobs around it. This artifact is amazing, and a must-have for any tower run in my opinion. We have finally reached the top of the list, and the absolute best artifact to use in the tower is by far the Golem Kit. The Iron Golem, or as I like to call him, Bruce the Bodyguard, is an absolute beast. He throws mobs and eats creeper blasts for you until he dies. And once he's off cooldown, he does it all again. He is a loyal companion that is much needed for the tower, especially since it's only single player right now. He is useful in every situation in the tower. 3 creepers just spawned in? Bruce will take them. Need someone to tank a boss while you stand there and shoot it with your bow? Bruce got it. Surrounded by a horde of mobs and about to die? Just call in Bruce and he will save you. He is literally the most versatile artifact to have in the tower. And what's even crazier is that if you also have the Enchanter's Tome and the Love Medallion, you will always have an overpowered team to fight by your side at your fingertips at all times. Now this is how you beat the tower in style. Do you agree with my list? Let me know in the comments below with your favorite artifacts to use in the tower. That is all I have for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to support the channel, leave a like on this video and smash that subscribe button to join the squad. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.